Good morning. It is Monday, October 27, 2014. I'm Steve Miller, and this is the Asia Brief. Federation of Students and Occupy Central organizer Benitaya announced a poll to the masses last week to determine the next step in their movement. Alex Chow, leader of the Federation of Students, said the government had often accused it of not representing the city's residents. But he said he hoped the poll will show that it's not just the Federation of Students, but the majority of Hong Kongers who desire a substantive response from the government. However, Sunday afternoon it was announced the vote would be canceled, citing a rashness to conduct it so quickly. Occupy Central leader Benny Tai joined other protest leaders in bowing to the crowds by way of further apologizing for the canceled vote. He called for the public to remain on the streets and said, "This does not mean the end of the movement. Actually, it will provide a good opportunity to come together to discuss what might be the next step." They desire to hear from the general public on how best to proceed. This is the most important question that must be answered to determine how the protests should continue and what the future of Hong Kong will be. Also over the weekend, several journalists were assaulted while covering anti-Occupy events, and some reporters were even accused of treason. North and South Korea are trying to play nice these days. One of the ways they're trying to do so is by limiting the cross-border propaganda released by anti-Pyongyang activists in South Korea. The North's main newspaper, the Rodong Shinmun, said that the scattering of leaflets that deride the isolated regime will lead to very severe consequences. It likened the practice to a declaration of war. South Korean officials maintain that they have no legal basis to prohibit the leaflet campaign. However, hundreds of Paju residents clashed with the anti-Pyongyang activists trying to fly the balloons, saying that the practice of releasing the leaflets endangered their livelihood. It was only a temporary victory, because 6 hours later, the activists moved to a different location further west and flew 20,000 leaflets into North Korea. The DPRK did not respond with any hostile acts. Pakistan's Finance Minister Ishaq Dar put his signature on the formation of the Asian Infrastructure and Investment Bank, making the nation a member of a new line of development banks coming out of China that are looking to break the monopoly the West has enjoyed in running the world's multilateral institutions. Pakistan is not a contributing member of the bank, but it will be able to draw financial resources from it once it becomes operational. If successful, it will certainly be the bank's legacy. For more information about the bank, listen to our Asia Now episode about the BRICS Bank. You can find it at asiannewsweekly.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. Follow the Asia News Weekly Twitter and Facebook feeds for more news. The Asia Brief is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International License.